Hey guys, it's Will. Hopefully you're having an amazing one. YouTube just announced that they are introducing an API third-party option for creators that are on YouTube. So in other words, if you're a business, if you're a YouTube channel, you are someone that puts content on YouTube and you have your channel, you have the option now to say, yes, you can train my content for your AI. And to be honest, the same way that Bitcoin might look more valuable than the US dollar and appreciates, it could also be that AI generated content on YouTube is something that's more advanced and the market value of human created videos might actually drop. So guys, when I open up my YouTube studio, which is pretty cool here, if you guys have seen, we've been growing significantly, and I'm really grateful for you guys. If you ever want to stay along for the journey and learn about how to grow on YouTube, I do share content related to AI. So I'm mostly talking about different companies that you can invest in, like SpaceX, things like that. And I'd love to share with you guys, hey, you want to look at my YouTube revenue and things like that and how it's growing. I'd love to share it with you if you're a fellow creator. Now, when it comes to YouTube, you can see there's this banner up here. It says, you can now choose if you want to allow third-party companies to use your content to train AI models in studio settings under third-party training. So if we go to settings and we go to the bottom, you can see there's this third-party training. It says, if you select this option, YouTube may share your videos with a third-party company provided that you and all other applicable rights holders have chosen to allow that company. The training permission status of all videos will be available through publicly accessible interface. I was curious what companies this would affect, so I went overhead and just checked it out. This is most likely going to affect these third-party companies. There could be NVIDIA playing a role, OpenAI, you could see xAI or Adobe or Amazon, Anthropic, wanting to use the data from these creators so that they can have their own AI trained models, that they can have their own AI voices or characters that are based on people that are coming up with great ideas or have awesome voices or they like how they look. I don't know. You can imagine that there's going to be a lot of things that are going to impact YouTube with AI. And I think that one of the key roles that creators have to think about, or businesses, is that this is an opportunity for you to be able to monetize yourself. You know, it's just like right now I'm building an AI tool and the tool trades stocks and it is focused on helping people to be able to basically take a snapshot and then get the right buy or sell decision based on AI. There comes a point where my expertise is quite valuable in shaping it, but that the overall general knowledge is going to be very, very useful to go and take strategies and applicable approaches from other people that are extremely smart that I could put into one trained model that has a high success rate. And so the same thing is true with videos. You know, if you're trying to make a killer video, you could have, stock footage, you could have the avatars, you could have the person, their way of talking or their way of speech, and those are all things that will play a key role in commoditizing different creators to be able to share that content to be able to monetize it. So number 2 is the monetization of those AI training rights. So of course, we're going to see licensing rights. That most likely is going to play a role. So creators could earn royalties or licensing fees for their content. Could be a pay-per-video payout model, which is really cool. If you think about it, I hope they use a blockchain in this instance, that anytime that the AI model or ChatGPT sources that information from a specific person or a specific video or creator, that creator will be basically compensated if they're opted in. So that's something that's cool as well. Now, this is just another revenue stream for what could be creators. Right now, businesses run on YouTube. They offer their products. They share their services, their software. If you have a company like I do, you know that YouTube is one of the best ways to grow. But you also might get paid in affiliates. You might get paid in super chats if people like your videos. That's something on YouTube. The other thing is subscriptions on YouTube. There's also, if you are getting AdSense, you're actually just getting paid for the views. The other thing is now, what if you're just getting paid for your way of thinking, or you're getting paid for how you sound, or how you think? Literally, that's a huge part of this AI training model that I'm quite intrigued by. So that's number 2. And outside of that, right now it's free. AI companies can train content right now. I mean, you could just copy a YouTube video and train it. And then they're saying maybe there'll be like a paid opt-in where they can figure out how to gatekeep this in some way. Maybe it means YouTube will start to cost money at every level. That's something I could see happen. Isn't that what's possibly happening on X? I'm not really sure, but I think that's something. And part of it was to eliminate bots. Maybe that will be to eliminate, and there will be a tier for if content is available to you and you can't have bots running, or maybe there'll be costs for how much it runs that you have to pay the creators. Exactly, right? So number 3 is platforms like YouTube. So new revenue streams that might be similar to YouTube. Let me give you an example. I told you, I'm building a tool that can do analysis on stocks and help you trade different assets, whether it's stocks, crypto, or what have you. I'm also putting in a part at the bottom of my app that I can almost show you guys, but I'm not going to get into it too much, that goes into content creators, and it pulls those content creator pieces that are relative to the asset that you're investing in from those different content creators on YouTube. And when they go on my platform, it will say, do you want to claim your profile? And they can connect, sign in using Google, and it will claim their profile, and all their subscribers and everything will show up on their profile on my app. I think that that's going to be an open platform, and that maybe, I would love for the people that I'm using to that I'm sharing that YouTube content from via API, they're getting compensated if they have really good ideas that people are using or acting on. So that's a really cool thing. So you'll see creator tools. Imagine you have a YouTube video, you have all these this one playlist, and then out on that playlist, there's a tool that's basically a trained model that or speaks and talks and everything as the source information is in that playlist. That's pretty cool. Basically, you create a playlist on how to cut down, or let's say, I was going to say cut down a tree. And the whole playlist is how to cut down a tree, and all this expertise and like different ways to do it, and like cutting as low to the ground as you can, so there's people don't trip on the stump, and then how to like let the tree fall and all these things. And it's all based on the expertise of that person in that playlist. Now, there's also a chat button. You can chat with the playlist. You can be cutting down your tree and be like, hey, I'm trying to do this. What do I do? And it will talk to you from the perspective of that trained model from the playlist. That's pretty cool. The other part of that is just an API, simple API that you can plug in from your YouTube channel or from a set of videos that will be trained on those videos. Number 4 is the AI content and tools. So creator influenced AI products, we could see emulation tools. So that could be specific creators that are duplicated, speaking styles, video editing techniques, or storytelling formats. For example, you might also create a video in the style of a certain channel name, and it can do that because it knows and it's been trained on that channel. There could also be AI-driven stock content. You know how you go to Pixabay or Shutterstock, and you find different photos or videos? Hey, maybe you can just generate that, and it will be based on that person or on that channel. And as long as you allow that to happen, people will use it. Now, number 5, which I saved for last, is like everything sounds great. It sounds like creators might make more money. It sounds like there's going to be more tools and more helpful information, right? But there's one thing that you might want to think about, and that's some of the concerns from the creators. I mean, in a way, you might become kind of commoditized, and you really have to stand out and really have unique ideas that are going to be different than everyone else for you to have value in this type of environment. And if AI companies profit from your content and this content is something that you're sharing and you're not getting that revenue, it could lead to some exploitation of those creators. Platforms like YouTube must ensure this transparency and make sure that everybody knows where the content is coming from. And creators will need to emphasize that unique branding and authenticity. That's going to be a big one. So I see a few different scenarios playing out. There's probably going to be credits that are issued by creators for people to use their likeness. You might have some niche AI models that are based on different people's interests. And you'll probably have some revenue splits that happen between the AI products, where you might have a cooking AI or you might have a trading AI, and you might receive some of the profits from the use of that AI, based on its success and how much it's used. You will get paid. If you're on your YouTube journey, you're trying to grow as a creator, this is something that I would actually get excited about. I wouldn't get discouraged. I would say, hey, how can I optimize my workflow? I use some AI here and there for helping come up with scripts for this video actually, or even coming up with some images, or finding useful information that might be kind of complicated that a lot of people don't know about. And then I can take that down and really deliver to my audience in a way that's really valuable and that they will want to continue watching, because they say, hey, that's information that I would have had to go work pretty hard to find. And you filtered through it in a way that was very selective, and I like how you presented it to me. If you're able to do that in your own unique way, which is what we're talking about here, you will definitely be able to succeed on YouTube. Whether it's entertaining, whether you're educating or motivating, it really doesn't matter. You just have to be yourself and continually show up and realize that in today's day and age, it very much is a business, and any business takes consistency. So I would encourage you guys, just keep going. I've been working on YouTube for a couple of years now. There's been years where I only get a couple hundred subscribers, and now I'm growing at the fastest pace I've ever grown, and it's taken about 4 years. So it's a process, but if you stay with it and you're consistent, there's no way you won't have more success. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Off topic for some of you YouTubers, but hey, if you're interested in stocks and AI and tech, check out that second link down below. I have a company called StockMe where I go live at market open every day. Sometimes you get to see my cat. He's hanging out. This is Loco. Choco. Hey, buddy. Say hello to them. The buddy. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.